And hello everyone, it is time to saddle up for this week's Next Weather in your neighborhood. This is Brando, who is getting all ready for a big horse show here at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. Plus, you guys, it's hot out here. It's a Next Weather Alert Day, day one. So we're going to get you and your family prepared for the heat and how long these 90s stick around. That's coming up next.
Well, right now, we are under a next weather alert. Temperatures soaring in our inland valleys and in the Inland Empire.
Next weather meteorologist Dani Ruberti is live in one of those hot spots, Griffith Park, tracking the temperatures. Dani?
Hi, Juan. Hi, Susie. Yes, we're at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center, and it doesn't matter, you guys, where you are. If you're a human, if you're one of these horses, you are feeling the heat today. And I want to jump right to your weather because we are dealing with day one of a next weather alert for the heat. And yes, this is for our inland communities. I mean, we've been dealing with 80s and 90s out there today. It's been really, really warm. And I want to mention, we're not dealing with dangerously hot temperatures, but still, this is out of the ordinary for us. It's been 6 months since it's been this hot. Now, it's very focused on our inland communities. So areas like the San Gabriel Valley, the San Fernando Valley, also the Inland Empire is where we're dealing with our hottest temperatures, 80s and 90s today. Here's the thing. Today is just day one. Going into tomorrow, we're going to see another round of heat, more 80s, more 90s. That's going to be the case for the valleys, the Inland Empire, even feeling a little bit hotter in some spots like the western San Fernando Valley, where we could reach the mid-90s tomorrow, 80s in Los Angeles and Orange counties, 70s at the beaches. Now, the horses are feeling the heat, and they're also going to perform in it. I want to show you right behind me. Look at that. There's Danica trotting along on her horse. She is part of something really special, a horse show here at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. So we are going to bring you all the magic that's happening here. We got our cowgirl hats on, so we are all ready to go for the evening. We're going to talk about that, Susie and Juan, and what makes this place so special to the community. That's coming up next.
Well, we hope to see you ride as well, Dani.
Yeah.
We'll check back with you later. Tonight, we're taking next weather into your neighborhood.
Yeah, an exciting event that begins today is great for the entire family. And it's happening at the LA Equestrian Center in the heart of Griffith Park.
Meteorologist Dani Ruberti is there live. She's horsing around, but also tracking our next weather heat alert. Dani?
Howdy, partners. Yeah, I know. I am embracing my inner cowgirl out here today. This is the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. But I do, before telling you about the magic here, we do have a next weather alert. So I do want to get right to that and get you prepared because we all feel it outside right now. It is hot. I've been sweating out here. We are in Griffith Park, which is where the Equestrian Center is. And we've been dealing with 80s and 90s out here. So next weather alert is in place. Today was day one. We've got 2 more days of it, 2 hot days, Thursday and Friday. So we are dealing with 3 days of temperatures above 90 degrees. And the reason this is an alert, it's not dangerous heat, but this is out of the ordinary. It's our first prolonged heat event of 2025. And also we're dealing with temperatures 15 to 20 degrees above what's normal for this time of the year. Now, again, it's not for everyone. This is very focused on the Inland Empire and also our inland communities, our inland friends, the San Fernando Valley, San Gabriel Valley, also the Santa Clarita Valley. So the good news in all of this when we're dealing with heat is that we're actually going to see some recovery at night. Things will cool down. Temperatures in the 50s. Now, tomorrow, we're doing it all over again. It's about the heat. So we'll start the day in the Inland Empire in the 50s, and we're making our way very quickly by lunchtime in the 80s and into the 90s in the afternoon. So tomorrow, actually going to feel a little bit warmer than today. We've got low 90s in the Inland Empire, Riverside, and San Bernardino. We could see some mid 90s in the western San Fernando Valley, 80s in Burbank. We are dealing with 80s in downtown Los Angeles. Now, beaches are going to see some clouds out there and some dense fog, which is why they'll stay cooler over there. Let's take a look at the next 7 days. You can see we go from 80s to 70s. Cooling is going to start on Saturday and Sunday. This is when the onshore flow is back, and we're going to see more marine layer clouds. And we're also going to see temperatures changing from the 90s in the valleys for Thursday and Friday down to the 80s this upcoming weekend. Still warm, but feeling a little bit cooler out there. Inland Empire, same goes for you. We're talking 90s down to the 80s. So those are the changes that we're going to see. Horses, though, they're doing it in the heat. And also, a lot of the riders out here, we have a horse competition that's going on. This is the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. And oh my goodness, Paisley's here right now. Hi, Paisley. She is actually in the horse competition. What's your horse's name, Paisley?
His name's Woody.
Woody, okay, what is your favorite part about Woody, and kind of tell me about your relationship with him?
He's very fun. He has such a big personality, and he's such a lover.
He is such a lover. Okay, wow, he's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Now this horse competition that's happening out here, it's at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. Today was day one. Tell me what happens out there, because we're going to bring people to the magic, but what is it like for someone that's never been to a horse show?
There's a lot going on. It's kind of a waiting game if you're showing, but there's always stuff going on in the arena.
Okay, that's amazing. And my last question for you, is there anything like fun that your baby likes to eat? Like, what's his favorite treat?
He loves carrots, basic, but...
Oh my gosh, we've got a healthy horse over here. He loves carrots. Paisley, thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, so you guys, this is the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. It's hot out here, but the thing is, the show's going to be going on into the weekend. So this is a place where you can bring your family. It's a place that's rich in history, and there's been people out here all day getting ready for a really big horse show. So coming up, Susie and Juan, we're going to take you out there to the ring to show you some of the skills, some of the maneuvers going on. And I mean, you guys, I wish my favorite food was carrots.
I was going to say, you better have some carrots on you, Dani.
Louise, right? But it ain't carrots.
You're making it look like so much fun, Dani, despite the heat.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, thanks so much.
Hey, Alpine Slide may be where it's at, because it is really heating up for your next weather into your neighborhood.
And tonight we're horsing around in Griffith Park. They've got a popular horse show coming up at the LA Equestrian Center.
And meteorologist cowgirl Dani Ruberti is there live and also tracking our next weather heat alert. Dani, you've got the perfect hat on there.
Yes, you guys. Oh my goodness, they're trying to turn me into cowgirl out here. Okay, that's not happening quite yet. But I will tell you, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are today, you guys. We are all feeling the heat. We've been preparing you for this next weather alert. So I want to give you an update on the heat, when things are finally going to cool down. Today is day one of this next weather alert. And you can see we have this big, giant ridge of high pressure. It's intensified today. It's brought us the heat right on time, 80s and 90s out there. Some of our warmest temperatures since last October. That's really why we've declared this next weather alert, and we're looking at 2 to 3 days of it. So what we're going to be dealing with is 2 more days of it. Tomorrow's going to be hot. The next day is going to be hot. So for areas like Riverside, we were in the 90s today. We're going to see more of that tomorrow. We've got lower 90s for our Thursday. We've got lower 90s for our Friday. If you're not a fan of this heat, well, we're going to start to cool down on Saturday. That's when temperatures will start dropping down into the 80s. Now, the beautiful thing is that we are going to get some relief tonight. A lot of times when we're dealing with these little heat waves, what makes it so dangerous is that we don't recover well at night, but we're going to see temperatures dropping into the 50s tomorrow morning. You can see that in our overnight low temperatures. That next weather alert is going to stick around tomorrow, though. The valleys will start the day in the 50s, and we're ending the day in the 80s and the 90s. You can see for temperatures all across the board, lower 90s in Riverside and San Bernardino, 80s in Burbank, Pasadena. Woodland Hills could be getting closer to the mid 90s, mid 80s in downtown Los Angeles. So that next weather alert for heat for our inland communities sticks around tomorrow. Let's take a look at the next 7 days, because we only have 2 more really hot days, and then this weekend it's looking so pretty. We've got 70s out there in Los Angeles and Orange counties. The marine layer will be back, and they'll be with us into early next week. For the valleys, 90s Thursday, 90s Friday, 80s are here this weekend. In the Inland Empire, we've got 90s for your Thursday and Friday, and then we're dropping down into the 80s for your upcoming weekend, and 70s in some areas as well. So it's going to feel significantly cooler once we get to the weekend. It doesn't matter how hot it is, you guys, though, because you can see behind me, we got a horse show going on. Today was day one at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. You guys watch this. I'm going to lasso my way over here. I don't know if that's really a move. I'm just trying to embrace my inner cowgirl. But I've got friends, you guys. I've got Casey and Kathy over here who are part of the show. It is called Show Me the Money. They're part of organizing it. And Casey, I want to ask you, this brings together people, I mean, from all over the country. Why do people want to come out here?
Well, you've got wonderful weather, for one thing, yeah. And the facility is amazing. Yes, the facility is amazing. The weather, the food, yeah. And it's a quality show. Yeah. People come from all over the nation to show here.
They do. It's a special place, I know. And you know, what a lot of people don't realize is that Los Angeles is an equestrian town. You know, it's really special. I want to bring in Kathy, too. I mean, the people out here, they look like pros. Do you have to be like an exceptional rider to be part of this competition?
Well, we have a lot of exceptional riders out here, but we also have people that are just learning, and some of the people here are showing for the very first time. So we have all levels. We have different levels of classes for our horses, for young horses that are learning, as well as advanced horses that are preparing to go to the World Championship shows.
Thank you so much, Kathy and Casey. I appreciate you guys. All right, you can bring your family out here, but for right now, let's send things over to sports with Jim Hill.
Well, above average temperatures soaring across Southern California today, prompting us to issue a new next weather alert, in fact. And meteorologist Dani Ruberti is in Griffith Park tonight at the LA Equestrian Center with the heat and the horses and the best hat in town. Dani?
Oh, Susie, you're so cute. Yeah, but if you're coming to the Equestrian Center, you got to be prepared. Howdy, everyone. We are saddling up for this week's next weather in your neighborhood. But a big part of this is we're feeling the heat out here. It doesn't matter if you're a human, a horse, we're all feeling it. Susie mentioned the next weather alert, and I want to jump right to it because we felt it out there today. We've been preparing you for this next weather alert. It's for really hot afternoons for our inland communities. 80s and 90s out there today. It's still warm out here right now, and we're going to see another round of it going into tomorrow. Now, just as we've talked about, this is very focused still on our inland friends and our inland communities. This includes the Inland Empire, all of it. It includes our inland valleys, the San Fernando Valley, Santa Clarita Valley, and also the San Gabriel Valley, where we're going to see another round of 80s, even 90s going into tomorrow and again on Friday. Let's take a look at your high temperatures for your Thursday. It's even going to be a wee bit hotter than it is today. We could see low to mid 90s in the western San Fernando Valley. We've got another round of 90s over into the Inland Empire, mid 80s for Los Angeles and Orange counties. And I want to mention for our beaches, we're going to see more of that marine layer tonight and even some fog, which is going to keep it cooler out there. Doesn't matter if we're dealing with heat, though. The horses, they're going to be performing in it. I want to bring you guys back out here. This is the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. It's such a beautiful place, rich in history. And you can see behind me, we've got horses that are practicing for a horse show that's going on all weekend. Look at them out there. So they are on a course right now, getting ready for tomorrow's festivities. And they're doing something that gets them ready. It's called reining, which shows how the horses would act on a ranch. And I got to tell you, they are so graceful out there. The riders, the horses, and there's so much that goes into it. On top of that, I want to say this is a special place in the community, but Susie, they have been giving back to the community in a really special way during the wildfires. So I'm going to talk about what makes this place so special. That's coming up in your next weather.
Can't wait to hear about that. Dani, thank you so much. Hey, we're taking you your next weather to your neighborhood, and it's no horsing around tonight. We are at the LA Equestrian Center in Griffith Park, and that's where we find meteorologist Dani Ruberti. And Dani, you have a next weather alert because of the heat and some very special guests with you today as well.
Yeah. I sure do. I've got all the most beautiful, majestic horses. And howdy, cowgirl. We are kind of embracing our inner cowgirl today at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. But as you mentioned, Susie, we have a next weather alert. And I am feeling the heat out here. The horses are feeling the heat. It doesn't matter where you are. Everyone in the valleys, the Inland Empire, will feel it. So we want to get you ready with your weather. Let's talk about it because we do have a couple more days of really hot temperatures here in Southern California. This is a little mini heat wave that we're dealing with. We declared a next weather alert. Today was day number 1. We have 2 more days, Thursday and Friday. These temperatures are well above average. This is our first prolonged heat event of 2025. This is not expected to be dangerous heat, but it is out of the ordinary. We're talking temperatures 20 degrees above what's average, and it hasn't felt this hot in 6 months. So that's why it's going to impact some of our inland families and our inland friends. It is very focused, though, on the Inland Empire. It's focused on the San Gabriel Valley, San Fernando Valley, the Santa Clarita Valley, where temperatures today soared into the 90s, and we're going to see that again tomorrow. So here's the good news. Tonight, we do get some relief. So we're going to see temperatures dropping into the 50s first thing tomorrow morning. So at least we get a little bit of recovery. Tomorrow, for folks in the Inland Empire, we start the day in the 50s, very quickly climb. By lunch, we're already in the 80s, and then we're going to do it again, you guys. We've got 90s again in the afternoon. So we're looking at 90s for folks in the Inland Empire, some mid-90s in the western San Fernando Valley, 80s for downtown Los Angeles. Once we get to the next 7 days, you can see we're going to be dealing with 80s for the rest of the week in Los Angeles and Orange counties. and then we'll see 70s this upcoming weekend. I want to bring things out right now, though, to the Los Angeles Equestrian Center, and I want you guys to follow me over here because I've got my eyes on a real cowgirl. This is Jenny. She's the cutest cowgirl in all the land. No, thank you, Jenny. But she's the executive director here at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. And Jenny, what makes this place so special? You guys have been doing something really special for the community.
So, Danny, it is so exciting to be here. It's the Show Me the Money Horse Show at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center. And we're 75 acres in the heart of Griffith Park and the Burbank-Glendale Rancho community. So we do 30 horse shows a year here, and we also have private events and weddings and concerts and everything.
And that's what makes it so special. And really quick, the stalls that you see behind me, they were used for something incredibly special during the fires, one of the hardest seasons for families here in Southern California. What did you guys do during that time?
So part of the mission that we have here is to be an official evacuation site during emergencies. So during the fires on January 7th, we became an actual official evacuation site for horses and large animals. And by the middle of the week, we had 400 horses and large animals like goats and cows and donkeys who made this their home, who this was their refuge. They came to safety, and we not only served the animals, but their owners, who some had lost everything.
Thank you for what you guys are doing, Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Susie, we're going to send things back to you, but what a beautiful way to give back to our community, doing that during the fires.
Absolutely. Danny and Jenny, thank you so much.